We now move to First Minister's question time. Question number 3, Willie Rennie.
To ask the First Minister what issues will be discussed at the next meeting of the Cabinet.
First Minister.
Issues of importance to the people of Scotland.
Willie Rennie.
Last week, I warned the First Minister about his unhealthy relationship with Rupert Murdoch. This week, the First Minister's old friend, Donald Trump, turned into a foe. Can I press him on another rich and powerful friend and his influence on government policy? The First Minister will know that I agree with him on equal marriage for gay people. I want to remove the barriers that prevent churches and other organisations from conducting same-sex marriages if they choose to. But Brian Souter, a donor to the SNP, has well-known views against equality for gay people. Can the First Minister confirm to me that he won't give in to Brian Souter and he'll stand up for what is right on equal marriage?
First Minister.
You know, I understand that the Liberal Democrats' ethos in politics, as it used to be, was to seek consensus and agreement and find areas where the parties could unite together. Two things have happened. Even when the Liberal Democrat leader says he's seeking consensus, he manages to deploy it in such a way as to try and make that consensus impossible. And secondly, people in Scotland didn't realise, when the Liberals said they were seeking consensus before the last UK general election, that the consensus they were seeking was the continuation of Westminster Tory rule in Scotland.
Willie Rennie.
Observers will note the First Minister did not answer my question. It's simple. It's simple. Can he guarantee that he won't give in to Brian Souter? Equal marriage will be a mark of a modern Scotland. Last Sunday saw a big push by some churches to block the change. A cardinal said it was grotesque. An archbishop said there was a duty to stop it. The group, Scotland for Marriage, went to the absurd extreme of saying it opened the door for polygamy. These are serious forces against us. I don't want the argument to slip away from us. Can I ask the First Minister again, will he stand up to Brian Souter and will he take a lead for equality in Scotland?
First Minister.
I don't think, in terms of raising the issue to the level of debate that we hope and expect in Scotland, I do agree with Willie Rennie, incidentally, that I think that is something we should aspire to. But that requires all sides of the debate to live up to that particular standard, not one side of it. I made my views on this matter clear during the election that they haven't changed. The point, however, is a very important one. We are in the process of a consultation. That consultation has come in. There's been a massive number of responses. It would right and proper that, as First Minister of Scotland, that consultation process, the consideration of the evidence that's presented, is allowed to take its course. And if I could just say to Willie Rennie, if this chamber and if the parties in it, when we get to an issue like equal status in marriage, which is an issue with a strong moral dimension, a strong matter of individual conscience, on these issues above all, it behoves politicians who are lecturing to the rest of the society about the care they must take in terms of their language, about having a debate on an issue of principle that's worthy of the name of the Parliament and indeed of the country, that the politicians themselves should try to rise to the challenge that they set other people.
Question number 5, Drew Smith.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. To ask the First Minister when the Scottish Government will announce its position on same-sex marriage.
First Minister.
Well, hugely important issue. We've received over 50,000 responses to the consultation, the biggest response received to any consultation under devolution. The responses are currently being collated and analysed. We expect to complete that process over the coming months.
Drew Smith.
Can I thank the First Minister for that answer? Any Scottish Government proposals for equal marriage have the support of many members on this side and across the Chamber who have signed the Equal Marriage Pledge. Can the First Minister confirm that the Government will not publish its response to last year's consultation until after the local government elections? And will he further indicate whether there is any good reason why equal marriage could not be achieved before the referendum in 2014?
First Minister.
Well, as the member may well know, that what can be published in terms of government over a campaign period, at least in the local elections, is heavily restricted, as indeed it should be. We are going through the consultation responses. We'll make progress on that basis. I'd hope and believe that all members, regardless of their views across this issue, will recognise the absolute critical importance on this subject, perhaps above all others, that people on all sides of the debate can genuinely see that the process, first of consultation and then of analysis and publication, is genuine and a proper process. That's exactly the type of process we intend to follow.
That ends First Minister's question time. I now suspend until 2:15.